Hey, what is up guys, welcome to another Forza 7 drift build video. I've actually changed the title for the series into Drift Build Showcase because instead of building cars live, I'm now just gonna show previously built cars. Because I think it's way more effective, because when I'm building cars live, I'm just kinda guessing on the upgrades and the tuning. And when I'm showing cars that I've previously built, I know they feel good. So yeah, that's why I've changed it, and I just think it's way more effective. Anyway, for this build we are gonna show the Nissan Silvia S14, which is a B-class car and has around 320 horsepower, I believe. It's probably one of my favorite cars right now. It feels super smooth and you should definitely try this one out. Let's get going with the build. For the body parts we are not using any upgrades, as you can see. It's just the OEM body, so we don't have to go here. It's just stock body. Then for the tires and rims, we are going to the rims first, and we are using Equip 01 wheels, which gives this car like a really cool old school Japanese look, and that's what I'm really into. So yeah, I think they're on the very back of the specialized rim tab. There they are. So yeah, these are the rims I'm using, and I'm actually using the stock size as well, which is I believe 15 inch 16 inch in Forza. They look more like 15 in this game, I don't know. Anyway, I'm using the stock size, front and rear obviously. Then for the rear tire width we are using 235s, and for the front we're using 225s, and then we're using street tires. I'm using street tires because they don't give that much more grip than stock tires, but they just feel a little bit nicer to me. So yeah, that's why I'm using street tires. Sport tires would give this car way too much grip because we only have 324 horsepower. So yeah, sport tires would be way too grippy for these kind of builds. Then moving on to the drivetrain upgrades. Again, this is a kind of a street car, so we're pretty much just going to use street and sport upgrades. As you can see, for the clutch we're using a street clutch. Then the transmission is sport, so we can adjust the final drive, which is enough. Then the driveline is street as well, and then the differential is race, so we can properly tune that. Then moving on to the handling upgrades, the brakes I'm using street as well, because I found on this car if you put the race brakes on, they look a bit big, I guess, I don't know. Looked a bit weird, so I thought the street ones look best for now. Springs and dampers, we're obviously gonna run race for that, so we have fully adjustable springs and dampers and everything. We are using sport anti-roll bars in the front and rear. Then we're using a street roll cage, and we're using street weight reduction as well. So just yeah, so the car gets a little bit lighter and a little bit more stable with this roll cage. But yeah, I don't want to put like a full roll cage in these kind of cars. Then going to the engine upgrades, we've kept the stock engine, so we don't have to go to the conversions tab. Starting with the air filter, we are using the sport air filter. We are using a sport fuel system as well. Race ignition. And a race exhaust as well. Using the stock camshafts. And we're using the sport valves. Using stock displacement, sport compression, or pistons and compression, I should say. The turbo is not upgraded. Then the intercooler is not upgraded either. And the oil and cooling is stock as well. And then we have a sport flywheel. So yeah, that's basically the upgrades. I'm now just going to show the tune. Starting off with the tires, we are running 28 psi in the front and 24 in the back. And the gearing is just the final drive that you can change, and I've set it to 4.05. Then the alignment, starting with the camber in the front, is -2.8, then -1.2 in the rear. We're keeping the stow at 0, and we're using a 7.0 front caster. Anti-roll bars we cannot tune because we put the sport ones in. Then the springs, we're using, in the front we're using 834, and in the rear 650-ish. And the ride height is pretty much on the lowest, except from the front goes one thick up. Then going to the rebound stiffness, which is in the front 4.2 and on the rear 3.9, and the bump stiffness is 4.3 in the front and 3.3 in the rear. Let's have a look. Nothing to change on the arrow. The brakes we cannot change either because we're just using street brakes. And on the differential we're just locking it up to 100% on acceleration and deceleration. Right, so that's the tune. You should definitely try this one out because it feels super smooth for me and it's really easy to drift. It's a really good beginner car as well. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you some drifting clips with this car and then the video will end. So thanks for watching, and see you next video or live stream.
Statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shakes her ears. She's falling too far with salt in her scars. Won't let it taste her tears. She's falling too far, the girl that time forgot. An angel in disguise, but he can see our Aberdeen heart, London eyes, Glasgow bones. She's a whistle in the catacombs, a paradox. Oh, he's in love with the statue in a marble block. He's in love with the girl that time forgot. She just shuts